What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to teach you guys how to make coasters using epoxy, sand, and alcohol inks. So I just recently made this one Saturday. So basically when you have the mold, this is going to be the top piece. So this is going to be the front piece when it comes out of the mold. So this is the one that I designed as the beach. I'm basically going to be showing you guys how to do that today. So the first thing is you're going to need some little shells like this. You're going to need some type of little sand. You're going to need alcohol inks. I have this color blue, this blue, and this blue. So 3 different blues. I also ran out of white alcohol ink, so I'm going to use some acrylic paint, which is totally fine too. So the first thing I want to do is get my colors mixed. So I'm going to put my white acrylic paint in there. I want to put my blue in here. In order to tell what color they are, I like to keep the alcohol inks near it. So here's my darker blue. Oops. And then here is my lightest blue. So let's do it in that order. That way it probably better helps me. Okay. So here's my mold. I got this mold from Michael's. It came in a 3-pack with the hexagon and the circle and the square for like 15 bucks. So here I have my little tray that I like to use so that I don't have epoxy going everywhere. And then I have my epoxy that is ready to be mixed together. I didn't mix it because I wanted to show you guys me actually mixing it and not, you know, having it ready and then not ready to use it yet. So, I don't know, anyone who knows me and has watched my videos, I like to use every nook and cranny that it is to having materials, because epoxy is like anywhere from $23 to $100. You literally have to use all that you can scrape up. Alright, so I'm ready to, I'm just going to hold it. It'd be better. I'm just going to mix my epoxy up. I don't know if anybody has one, but if you don't, you need to get one. A heating gun. The heating gun is going to be used also to make the white part of the ocean expand out. Okay, so once you feel like you have it mixed up well enough, okay, so the first thing I did Saturday was I poured in the ingredients into, so I'm going to put my little shells right here. And we're going to turn our attention to the mold. Okay, so I'm going to turn it right there so you guys can see it. So I have my sand and I'm just going to put that into a cup for the epoxy. First thing we want to do is to put our shells in. So I feel like out of these, I'm just going to use 3, just like that. All right, next we want to work on getting the sand part, some epoxy. We want to work on getting the ocean, some epoxy. Okay. So I don't know if you guys can see it. There we go. And then I just need a little bit of white epoxy, which is going to be used for, like, to show the ocean waves. So then I want to make sure each one has at least enough to fill up this square for our coaster. And whatever's left over, hey, is whatever's left over, but at least I can say that we have enough in each one. Okay, so then I'm going to take my stick, mix up the sand with the epoxy, which I definitely feels like needs just a tad bit more because the sand that's mixed up with the epoxy is not fully mixed up just yet. You need more epoxy than what you have for the sand. There we go. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and mix up the blues that I have for the ocean. Okay. Looks like I need some more sticks, which is fine. I have plenty. Okay. And the last one is the darkest blue one. I want to add just a couple more drops in to each one to make it just a tad bit darker. Alright, so now that everything has been mixed up and is ready, we're going to get started on the process of making the beach mold. So I'm turning this around so that you guys can see it. Alright, here we go. So the first thing that I did was poured in the sand over top of the shells. And then that's when I started the blue. Then I have my darker kind of blue. So I have the middle, like the sea green that I want to throw in here too. So we'll toss this towards the middle. Okay. So I want want to add more sand. Okay, so there's all of my sand, and the shells are secure in there. So I'm going to finish this green off, like this bluish green. Alright, so let's add in just a little more blue. Okay, that's it. So, next is when we're going to work on the white, and this is when you're going to need the heating gun. So this is the sound that you're going to hear when you're using your heating gun. Okay, so now what we want to do is mix up the white, make sure it is mixed up for sure. And then we want to just dribble some along the shore, because you're going to get ready to use the heating gun to spread it. Okay, and that's it for that. So here we are, using our heating gun. Heating out the bubbles, and then we're spreading . Okay, so before you feel like your project is finished, the one thing that you want to make sure is, like, if you have a shell and it's sticking up, you just want to take a stick or something and just like turn it over. That way it is stuck in there and you don't have to worry about it. What you can also do is put more like epoxy over top of it, just to make sure that there's enough in there to cover that actual shell. And boom, there we have it. So now we're just going to wait on this to dry, and I'm going to come back with the final product.